thinking about is a win here at home. Downtown San Antonio, Texas. This bridge spans the Riverwalk, not too far from our location tonight. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. You may recall that in 2014, the Spurs played maybe the three most perfect games in finals history. With passing and three-point shooting, they vanquished the Heat and inspired a new wave. Brett Brown, who was then a Spurs assistant, said Greg Popovich had a name for it, summertime. As in, the game's flowing, good shot to great one, and there it is. It's summertime. Kevin?
That's a terrific story. David, thank you. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Paul George is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for San Antonio, Gorgie Dang is out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Murray. And it's White in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Murray. Pass to Poeltl. And it's blocked by Ibaka. White against George. Down low. And the rejection by Jang. DeRozan against Rondo. And DeRozan at the basket on the assist by Murray.
You know, the athleticism is obvious when you look at DeRozan's game, but he also has tremendous strength, and wasn't much the defender could do there.
Now here's Rondo. He feeds it to Ibaka. And stolen by Jang. And now White pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Great D that time from Leonard. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's White following the score by Serge Ibaka. White doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from George.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Leonard against DeRozan. The shot by George, wide open. No good with the triple. The Spurs have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. White dishes to Poeltl, and the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
It's stolen by DeRozan. In transition, here come the Spurs. White's running.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Now here's Rondo. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. To the paint, Poeltl with the steal. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And DeRozan kicks to White. The pass to Jang. Off the left rim and out.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
And Jakob Poeltl, he's carved himself a good chunk of rotation minutes with how he's played.
Yeah, I love his game. I like his agility. I like his hands, his touch. I mean, he's a big, mobile guy. I think he's gotten to a good spot where he's dangerous in pick and roll action now too, Greg. A solid defender. A guy like that is always going to find minutes.
That free throw good from Leonard.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
The 15-footer. Here's Pirtle, and it's sent back by George.
Terrific focus from George there, reading the shooter the entire way through. A great shot block.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Back to Rondo, and stolen by Murray. Here's White. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Here is Rondo, following the basket by Derek White. Rondo kicks to George. 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Poke loose.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
This one for 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics. And I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
Pass to White. And White slams it in.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, huh, with that emphatic slam.
And, guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Spurs. Ibaka, no luck.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And here's Rondo, following the three-pointer by Derek White. White against George, and he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied, fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
You know, I think the lack of success from the perimeter really did them in. They just couldn't get it going from there.
And here at the midway point of the year, lots of guys banged up, Clark. Is it hard to decide when to play through and then maybe not to play, when to sit?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question, Kevin. And a lot of times it's about pain tolerance, the severity of the injury. Is it something that you can play with that won't linger on and you don't have the possibility of further injury? Those are the factors that go into playing hurt or playing in pain.
Free throw good, Murray.
How about this little nugget, guys? When Murray earned all defensive second-team honors in his rookie year, he became the youngest player in NBA history to make the all-defense team.
And so Murray nails both of them. Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. From deep, George. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Here's White, and White slams it in.
Well, White right there showing you he's opportunistic on offense. Saw the lane open up and exploded right through it.
Rondo kicks to Ibaka. Passes to George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Here's White after the basket by Los Angeles. Here's Jang, and finished off by Jang.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
For Los Angeles, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Throw good, Paul George.
And, you know, the versatile George does so many things well. A high-octane player who I think gives you intensity at both ends of the court.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Spurs leading by 4. And here's DeRozan. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Los Angeles is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Outside, George to the middle. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Johnson, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Jackson in for Leonard. Jackson from long range. Some solid defense from Johnson. The Spurs shooting 47% here so far. Okay, that's good. And now it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Jackson with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Houston. Pass to Zubac. Dishes to George. Zubac trying to break loose. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I like how George looks for contact. He kind of seeks it out. He doesn't back away from the hard physical contact. He knows he's going to get a chance to get to the line when he does take the contact.
The first one falls. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Now here is Morris. 9 points last game out. Jackson misses. Zubac. Jackson dishes to Morris. The pass to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
Wonderful ball handling there from Patrick Beverly. Incredible seeing him glide through the defense with those moves there.
Spurs leading by 4. Mills with it. Guarded now by Morris. Now Gay. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And here's Mills for 3. But they'll get another chance. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. George passes to Beverly. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yes, and how about the unselfishness? Paul George has no problem sharing the ball.
And it's Mills with the San Antonio Spurs. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Kennard, he's checked in for George. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. Look at the Trailblazers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same results.
Lyles no good. Clippers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Here's Kennard. Now here's Jackson. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Vassell grabs the board.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Mills. And here is Lyles. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Trying to end the drought. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. It's good. This game is all even.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Passes it to Gay. Back to Mills from the arc. And the 3 ball is good.
Boy, there's that hair trigger release on Patty Mills. No hesitation. Catch, shoot, mark it up.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Zubac, and there's the feed to Morris. Can't connect from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Mills passes to Gay. Beyond the arc. Mills can't hit.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Kennard finds Zubac. Back to Kennard. Releases. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Gay.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Johnson kicks to Mills. And the pass to Lyles. Now here's Gay. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
A confident, consistent score. Gay mixes it up inside and out.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Beverly with the ball. Pass to Kennard. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Love the unselfishness of Beverly. I mean, when he sees his teammate wide open, he quickly gets him the ball.
There's 31 seconds left in the first. Bounce pass Mills. And there's Gay. That's good on the assist by Mills. Gay's got 6 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now Jackson. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. For 3. No good that time. Derek White has been on display for the San Antonio Spurs. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back right after this. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder. Everybody wants to win. And there's no egos. Everybody has fun. We play together. We move the ball. We make sacrifices. And we enjoy getting stops.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
We've got Trey Lyles, Murray out there with Johnson. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Vassell in at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 6 assists in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Zubac trying to break loose. Leonard, no luck. San Antonio leading by 5. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Morris outside. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. It's deflected. Here's Gay. He's got 6. Murray surveying the D. The tray. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Count it.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Murray kicks to Lyles. Passes it to Vassell. Murray outside. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gay. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 8 rebounds in this game. Rebounded by the Spurs. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's Vassell. Covered by Morris. And the basket by Vassell.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
And so White will bring it up for the Spurs. 3-point lead. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Boy, it has been some kind of game for White. He's been aggressive and fearless and free in attacking all game long.
Now here's Rondo. No points in the game yet for him. The dish to George. And Leonard has it in the corner. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Spurs leading by 3. Down low. White, good. White's got 15 points.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Rondo dishes to Leonard. George trying to break free.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from James, given his size and wingspan.
Here's DeRozan. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Clippers trail by 5. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on White.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. And he knocks down the first one. And George drops them both. San Antonio leading by 3. Now here's White. He's got 15. High arcing shot. Jang with a clean look. The three-pointer no good.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Leonard with the bucket.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
The Spurs have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Here's DeRozan, and he makes the 8-footer. DeRozan's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Check out the body control from DeRozan there, guys. I mean, clearly there's contact, but it's almost impossible to affect his shot.
Now, here's Zubats. He had 13 points in the win against Houston.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
White wide open. He fires. Bangs home the trifecta. White's got 18 points in the game.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
First one falls for him. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Just 3 to shoot. Bertel's shot is off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now DeRozan. Paul George missing from long range. Mills, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 4. Shots good by Ibaka.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Spurs have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Pass to Mills. Fires for 3. But they recover it. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he struggled so mightily. How about that? Cousins throwing it down on the alley-oop. Go ahead, big fella.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Mills passes to Jang. Here's Pirtle. And the 3 off target. The Clippers have gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. George against DeRozan. Now here's George, guarded closer. 6 to shoot. Rondo can't get it to go. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. San Antonio's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Now the pass to Jang. Ball's knocked loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. And a brief moment now to see who's atop the NBA in team free throws. 4th, the Clippers.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
And here's Mills, who's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. He dishes it to Pirtle.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Off the mark, and the drop continues. Here's Ibaka. And the rejection by Jang. One-on-one here. The wide open look here for DeRozan. The rebound by Paul George. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. Dishes it to Rondo. Jackson in the corner. Here's Ibaka. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Extremely well put together in terms of body coordination. Ibaka pump fakes under control, then draws the foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And so he makes both from the line.
and they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free, and they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Mills passes to Vassell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there. This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting. Shooting 2.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Trey Lyles checked in for the Spurs. Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for the Clippers. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Jackson. Pass to Cousins. And they double up Cousins. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Ibaka kicks to Beverly. Back to Ibaka. Shoots over Lyles. And again, no good by the Clippers. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. And here's Mills for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds in this game. Jackson deciding where to go with it. No good that time. San Antonio leading. Mills dishes to DeRozan. Kicks it out to Gay. His 3-pointers off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Passes it to Cousins. Here's Morris. The shot, no good. Nice D from DeRozan. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. San Antonio making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And the Clippers with a change here too. Kennard's checked in. The Spurs shooting for the game at 42%. Now here's Mills. Defended by Beverly. They get it again.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:12 left to play here in the half. Pass to Gay. Morris against Lyles. And there's the pass to Mills. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Johnson. Rebound by the Clippers. Ibaka's got his 6th rebound on the night.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now, here is Morris. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Morris, no good. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Mills, and he gets it to go from the corner. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Nice touch there by Mills, taking whatever he can get within the offense. Well done.
Yep, that one goes in there. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Mills with it. Unloads. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
You know, just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At one stretch in the opening period, they built up an 8-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
They're getting out-rebounded by a Shaq-sized margin. Really big. From the get-go, they did not show enough effort. Usually when you're being out-rebounded like that, you're 10, 15 points behind, so things could definitely be worse.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
The differential is the free throw attempts, and that's one of the big stories in this game tonight. They were being so aggressive and so smart that all they could do on the defensive end was foul.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And Los Angeles guys shooting not great, 40% for the game. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Ibaka is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Rondo in at the point. DeRozan, a good look. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Ibaka looking for an opening. Rondo. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line.
Shooting two.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. And both free throws good for Paul George. The Spurs shooting not great, 40% for the game. And DeRozan kicks to Zhang. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Oh, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And he's all over that shot, has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
Back to George. Pass to Leonard. There's the triple. Nice D from DeRozan.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
He kicks to Jang. Back to DeRozan. Tipped away. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And let's take a look at the last handful of seasons and the steal numbers for Paul George.
And when you see the tumble his steal totals have taken the last few years, you can see that he's gotten away from playing the kind of gritty, hard-nosed D he was known for. That's an aspect of his game he needs to get back.
Now here's Leonard. George finds Ibaka. Outside Rondo. 5 to shoot. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
San Antonio trailing here. Passes to Purdy. Now White from deep.
Well, that long reach of Paul George's really bothers shooters. He is one of the best two-way players we have in the association. I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
Murray against Rondo. Murray with the bounce pass. Here's DeRozan. And he overshot that one, missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Leonard. It's stolen by DeRozan. And now White pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And White slams it in.
Well, that steal was really triggered by the quick instincts of DeRozan. Very aware and then anticipating the pass.
George against White. Inside, Pirtle with the steal. Outside, White. Spurs working the ball around now. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
You have to appreciate Jang's strength there. I mean, fights through contact for the potential and one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Well, you know, what's so impressive about Jang? Improvement in almost every category across the board, but especially hitting free throws.
Now, here is George. 17 points in the game. And it's White with the rebound. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Murray with the ball. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Rondo passes to Ibaka. And yes, it's good. 8 points for Serge Ibaka.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Murray dishes to DeRozan. And the rejection by Leonard.
And a sensational individual defender. Leonard will lock you down. Rejections are just part of the package he brings on the defensive end.
George with the bucket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Here's Murray. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, they're not willing to give Murray any easy buckets here. D'ing him up as tight as they can, even if it means fouling him.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Los Angeles?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And so Murray nails both of them. The Clippers in the lead. Now Leonard. 10 points for him. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Here's Murray. Pass to DeRozan. Shoots over Leonard. And DeRozan at the basket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got 9 assists now tonight. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. To the paint, here's Cousins. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Cousins has got his second bucket.
Hey, DeMarcus Cousins is really an effective guy inside. Give him the ball.
Knocks it loose. And Zhang kicks to Murray. Fires from deep. A new 14-second shot. Oh, what a play! Woo!
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so, averaging about 27 points a game, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
And it's White missing. The Clippers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Monday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And you know, for that Pistons game, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
He misses the free throw. Both teams will make substitutions. He hits the second from the line. Now here's Murray. There's the pass to Lyles. Now here's DeRozan. Pass to Murray. And here's Gay. He has 6. Clock at 4. For the lead. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Here's Vassell. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now here's Jackson. Zubats, that's good. Zubats has got his 3rd basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And the Spurs with possession here. The Clippers getting the bucket. Gay passes to Lyles. And he's good on the three ball. Lyles got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. It's a one-point game. Outside, George. Zubac's the pass to Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, that's just good work by DeMarcus Cousins. Good, solid, fundamental work using the fake to draw the foul.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
The free throw drops for Cousins.
Yeah, you know, you go back to when Cousins was drafted, and there were some that questioned his attitude, but lately, I don't think that's the case anymore.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Johnson comes in for DeMar DeRozan, and it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. The Clippers also changing it up. Kennard, he's checked in for Zubac, and it's Patrick Beverley in for George. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Now here's Mills. D right on him. The Clippers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. Here's Kennard, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gay.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws. Mills with it. He has 5. Pass to Gay. Mills looking it over. Kicks it out to Gay. That 3 off the mark.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Spurs trail by 3. Pull-up jumper. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Vassell's got 4 points now in the quarter. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now Kennard. He has 6, and it's in there. Cousins has got 8 points.
Cousins really has a great basketball IQ, folks, and he showed it to you there by rolling effectively after the screen.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Charity stripe shot. For San Antonio, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. And he makes the first.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Gorgie Dang's checked in for Trey Lyles, and Murray's subbed in for Johnson. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Jackson.
You know, after suffering a devastating Achilles tendon injury during the 16-17 season, Gay has bounced back really well. I mean, has quietly become a much better outside shooter, too.
That's tipped and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And now a look at Patty Mills here. His last 10 games, first in free throw shooting. And he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. Now here's Mills. He's got 5. Kicks it to Jang for the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And again, the Clippers turn it over. And here we can check out the score for Paul George.
And when it comes to his scoring, he's enjoying a fantastic run. He's brought his points per game average up thanks to the work he's done in the past 10. And maybe he's got another big one in store tonight.
Now here's Murray. Kicks it out to Gay. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Gay's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Here's Beverly. Kennard for 3. The offensive rebound. The 3 ball. Sinks the three-pointer. Kennard's got 9.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Here's Murray. 1:58 left in the third. Here's Gay. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Kennard. He's got 9. No good from outside.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Oh no, he's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there.
That's good from Gay. And so Gay nails both of them.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Lets the 3 fly. It's good from long range. Kennard's got 8 here in the quarter.
Beautiful pick by the big man, Cousins.
1:16 left in the third. Here's Mills. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Mills in the NBA for over a decade now, GA, but he still has incredible speed that's key to his game.
And Kevin, with Mills, that end-to-end speed doesn't get shown off too often. In the half court, though, he does a great job of creating looks for himself, accelerates off of screens, can still leave a defender in the dust when he turns it on.
Free throw good. Mills.
You know, Patty Mills is one of a long line of outstanding Australian players who played their college ball in Northern California at St. Mary's College.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And both free throws good for Mills. 1:11 left to play in the third. Now here's Rondo, covered by Mills. The pass to Ibaka. No good that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And free throw, good from Jang. And Jang drops them both. There's 53 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Rondo. Pass to Morris. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Clippers with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. And Ibaka kicks to Kennard. And the Clippers miss again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Passes it to Mills. Lets it go from deep. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the inside. Here's Morris. Some solid defense from Gay. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's San Antonio leading by a point. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The 4th quarter is coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court for San Antonio. Murray out there with Mills. Then there's Rudy Gay. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Vassell in at the 3. Rondo, bounce pass. Leonard, the pass to Rondo. It's good.
Rondo going right through the contact and scoring there. He's a lot tougher than he looks.
And here's Mills. The 3. Drills it from outside. Mills has got 5 points now in the quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Rondo looking around. From deep, George. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists now in the game. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Pass to Gay. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
You got to stay physical and stay aggressive if you're Rudy Gay. Force the defense to make some mistakes.
First free throw is good.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
White, he's checked in for the Spurs. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubats is checked in. Rudy Gay hits them both. Leonard with the ball. Down low. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Rajon Rondo.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Now here's Gay. He's looking for Pirtle and finds him. Good.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Rondo against Murray. Outside Rondo. Leonard draws the double. Rob. And finished off by Gay.
You know, we know Murray's got some creativity to his passing game, but no need to be creative there. I mean, he sees the wide open man and zips it right to him.
Now here's Rondo. Now the pass to George. And here's Leonard. From downtown. Rebounded by the Spurs. Gay's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Zubats picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for the Spurs. Spurs leading by 5. Pass to Pirtle. To the paint. And then Gay with the dunk.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Here's Rondo. Makes it off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Murray after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Passes to Pirtle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Basket counts.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pass to Ibaka. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Leonard. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. And the pass to Gay. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Gay's got 14 points now in the 2nd half.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's DeRozan. Serge Ibaka pulls it in.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio. They lead by 4. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Now here's DeRozan. Pass to Pirtle. Now White. Shot clock at 6. Murray against Rondo. Murray, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Leonard attacking. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14. Now Murray. Passes it to Gay. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Clippers trail by 5. Here's Rondo. He kicks it to Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on DeRozan.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
The first free throw is good. Jang, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Spurs leading by 3. Now here's Murray. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, you look at Murray's development of his inside game. Boy, a nice finish that time. The better he is there, I think the better he'll be overall.
Now here's Rondo. Inside and stolen by Jang. In transition, here comes San Antonio, and White slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Rudy Gay.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's giving him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
You know, Rondo's always looking to pass, and the threat of him passing can oftentimes open things up for him on the fast break.
So it's San Antonio now. It's a 3-point game. DeRozan against Leonard. And DeRozan kicks to White. Over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. Hurdle. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside Rondo. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to a spot, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
Murray outside. Bucket is good. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 12 assists. Clippers trail by 3. Leonard looking over the floor. From deep three-point range. And it's White with the rebound. White's got 4 rebounds in this game. They grab their own miss. Murray, no good. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. No good from Cousins. Spurs leading by 3. To the wing on the left. Wide open look here for Murray. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Guys, that's a more reliable shot for Murray than a pull-up jumper. I like to see him fire away in that situation.
And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. White against George. And it's Rondo in the corner. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Leonard's got 15 points in just the second half. San Antonio's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Pass to DeRozan over Leonard. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Yeah, now 1 of 4 here in the fourth quarter.
Clippers trail by 6. Rondo passes to Ibaka. Rebounded by the Spurs. Jang's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Three-pointer on the way. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got 8 rebounds in this game. Leonard draws the double. Cousins inside. He's covered by Murray. And Cousins gets it to go.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's White. And there's the pass to DeRozan. Shoots over Leonard. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by White. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Rondo passes to Ibaka. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That one on DeRozan. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Murray kicks to Pirtle. And here's Jang. Murray outside. Outside DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. Puts one up from 19. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Turning up the temperature on his intensity that time. DeRozan getting it done in the big-time moments.
Now here's Leonard. Outside Rondo. And Pirtle sends it back. The shot's good. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Spurs leading by 3. Top DeRozan. He's covered by Leonard. Takes the 13-footer. DeRozan's shot is off. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Leonard, no luck. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Pirtle, the pass to DeRozan. Back to Pirtle. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. George has got the ball right between the eyes. A tremendous three to tie it up.
Well, Paul George has been sensational.
And here's a timeout from Greg Popovich. And the Spurs making a change here. Mills is checked in. Outside DeRozan. .41 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pirtle, no one around him. That one's not going to go. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Rondo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor. And he does both really well.
First free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one, and that gives them the lead.
Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 1. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
.27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And DeRozan kicks to Pirtle. No good with the triple.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Mills dishes to Pirtle. Outside DeRozan. Here's Jang. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi, you seem to pick it up offensively down the stretch. So what changed for you?
I just started to knock down shots, got my rhythm going, my teammates found me, and just kept going from there.
Well, it rode all the way to a win, and I know you like that, man, so appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.